New details about the Evergreen High School shooting.
Yeah, Fox 31's Hannah Powers revealing the FBI had been aware of the suspect months before the attack, but never knew who he was. A group that monitors hate speech handed over the tip.
Yeah, Hannah is joining us live in Evergreen with what official statements and context on what all of this means. Hannah?
Christine, Jeremy, federal agents say they first became aware of these threats posted to social media back in July, but they say that the user, who we now know to be the Evergreen shooter, was hiding behind anonymous accounts, and investigators could not tie the posts to a person or a location until after the shooting. The FBI says it opened an assessment in July after a tip about a social media user discussing plans for a mass shooting.
It's almost appalling that we've got all of this intel, and yet you and I are sitting here and having to have this conversation again on another school shooting. Law
enforcement procedures expert James Allbee says an assessment starts when algorithms or tips flag concerning language.
So an assessment could come in several different avenues, whether it's through algorithms, keywords that are being used that's coming up. We've got task force that are out there that are scrolling these websites.
The problem, the posts were vague, no date, no location.
Credible threat in my eyes is going to be, hey, on this date, this time, I'm going to take action. Those types of threats are going to be much easier to jump on.
The FBI said in a statement, in part, quote, the identity of the account user remained unknown, and thus there was no probable cause for arrest or additional law enforcement action at the federal level.
And the FBI is going to get hundreds of complaints, on a monthly basis, on a weekly basis, if not daily. And we just don't have the resources to be able to act on these as quickly as we'd like to.
Agents continued to work the case until September 10th, the day of the shooting. The Anti-Defamation League says its Center on Extremism also flagged those profiles, saying in part, quote, we shared profiles and activity with law enforcement for actions they deemed necessary based on what was available at the time. The ADL says it now knows those accounts belonged to the shooter and that his TikTok pages displayed white supremacist symbols, and he frequented websites tied to violent extremism.
Law enforcement has so many resources that could have been utilized to identify this individual. I don't know why that wasn't done. They should have obtained this information, and they should have got it over to Jefferson County Sheriff's Office.
The FBI will continue to work with both state and local agencies as the investigation moves forward. Live in Evergreen tonight, I'm Hannah Powers, Fox 31.